Hello, what's going on, everybody? How are you? Happy Friday. About to get on camera in a little bit, get myself together. What is going on, everybody? How was everybody's week? I hope everybody had a good week so far. And I know for me, I am tired. I felt like this week was especially exhausting. It was like especially even more exhausting than normal. So you know how I do it. Anytime I feel like I have worked too hard, done too much, I know for me, I'm going to get myself by the water. I'm going to get in the pool. Get into the beach. I'm going to do something fun to restore my peace, my happiness, serenity, joy, all of those things. I'm going to do what's necessary to make sure I take care of me and make sure that I'm all right, because sometimes we're not okay and we're going through a lot of things. So just want to have a topic and talk and tap in with the Gems family and ask you guys how you're doing, and hoping that everybody is doing okay on this Friday. Um, I'm about to come on camera in a little bit. Hold on a second. How are you doing, Miss Betty? Welcome. I appreciate you being here. How was your week? Happy Friday. We made it. Like, I am literally so happy and excited that it is Friday and that I made it through this week, because it was a week. When I tell you guys, it was a week. I can't speak for everybody, but it was a week for me. Everybody doesn't have the same circumstance and situations going on, but for me, it was definitely a week. And I had to, get myself all the way back together. Like, it's time to focus on your happiness and your mental health, because mental health is important. I say that all the time. Mental health is important. Self-care is important. How you treat yourself is important. And show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. I want to say that to ladies. I want to say that to the gentlemen. And, we honestly really don't talk about this very much. Let me see how it's looking on camera here. Well, it looks good. We really don't talk about certain things about mental health and things like that, but I do think it's important to talk about mental health and what we go through and what we're dealing with, and personal satisfaction with life, because sometimes we're just not happy as women. Sometimes we're not happy as men, and we're going through stuff. And I'm a very transparent person. I talk about what I go through, what I'm dealing with, and it's just a natural thing, I think, as a human being, to sometimes go through stuff. And when you're going through stuff, it's nothing wrong with taking breaks from other people, especially learning that it's okay for me to have my own time that's outside of who I'm used to being around, because some people just be all out toxic. Yes, hello to Miss Betty. Hi to RJ. How are you doing? Welcome. Sometimes you have people who are all out toxic, just doing so much to disturb your peace and your happiness and your joy in your life, and it's not right. So Marlene is a very transparent person. I talk about things that I go through and deal with. I think I share a lot of stuff and talk about things, but I always say that it's about our mental health. It's about having enough courage to say, you know what, I don't like the way I'm treated, or I don't like how I feel. I feel run down and tired, and then do something about it. Because that's what I've been doing recently. Like, I'm not going to lie to myself like I used to when I was younger. Oh, yeah, I'm good. And you know you're not good. That's a very important thing. You got to learn to be real with yourself. And some people don't know how to be real with themselves. They don't know what that's all about. But Marlene is not the one. I'm definitely a person that believes in being being honest with myself, and especially if you're a hustler like me and you got yourself involved in so much things, working, you got your family life, and I've talked about that so many times, having the work life personal balance. It's difficult to have a balance between doing what you need to do as far as working and getting things paid and stuff, and taking care of your family and running your household. But you also have to have your own life that is not about anybody but you. And it doesn't make you selfish. You're not a selfish person because you need your own time, because you need your vacation, or because you know for sure you don't like how people treat you. You know how you feel, you know. I tell my friends that, I tell my family that. You know how you feel, and tune into that. If you know you don't like how people are treating you, stop going around them. Stop wasting your time. You know, we have those PTO days from work, right? Are you using them? You know, I understand that you need money, but take that day off. I said this all the time, that a job will always be there, but will you be there? We live in a society where, you're very easily replaced. The moment that, you stop doing what you need to do, they'll replace you. When you can't show up like you used to, they'll replace you. When people in your life, when you can't do things for them anymore, they'll replace you. That's the society we live in. And it's sad that people forget what you do for them. People forget how good you are and nice you are to them. But what counts at the end of the day is, how do you treat yourself? How do you love yourself? And are you paying attention to you, your mental health, your peace, your happiness, your joy? And one thing that I know for sure is, these days I pay attention to if I'm smiling, if my body feels rested, if like I can like think, and sometimes I can't think because I'm bogged down with other people's problems, and I got to give people back their problems and say, Marlene, you can't fix other people's problems. You can't make people grow up. It's not your responsibility to give grown people money, or follow behind grown people and clean up after them, and get them to do the right thing, because people are going to do what they want to do, you know? They are. They're going to do what they want to do. And if they have made a choice to be irresponsible, if they've made a choice to be manipulative, and, you got to believe who people are. And that's just what it is. You have to believe who people are. And when you find out who people are, you honestly just have to believe it. And that's it. Believe who people are. When people show you who they are, believe them, and believe them the first time. And that's hard sometimes when it's your relative, right? When it could be your kids, it could be your spouse, significant other, it could be your you know, your friends who've turned into your family. Sometimes other people are toxic. And that's a word. That's a whole message. Some people are toxic, and we don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it. I had to learn to tell myself, you know, you can't be everybody's savior. You first have to show up for yourself before other people will show up for you. You know, we really do teach people how to treat us. We do. We teach people what counts. Hey, Lara, how are you doing? We teach people how to treat us, and that's I didn't understand that before, but it's true. People know when you respect yourself. People know when you love yourself, and people know when you don't. People know who they can play around with. People know who they can disrespect, and they know the ones that they can't. And they be like, "Oh no, they're definitely not going to go for that." People definitely know who they can play for a fool. Don't let people play you for a fool, Gems family. Don't let them play you. And you have to just literally stop telling people your personal business. You have to literally stop going around some people, because it will make you feel unhappy. It will make you feel miserable. And I had to learn that I have to make myself happy. I'm the one that has to enjoy my life. And if I'm not enjoying my life, the question is, why not? What am I not doing to have the life that I want? And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, sometimes I allow people to do things to me that I don't like, and I don't speak up about it because I don't feel like I should, because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But people don't care about hurting your feelings. They really don't. Isn't that's something? People don't care about how they treat you, but you're supposed to care about how you treat them. And it's like, wow, really? No, it's not balanced. Hey, Echo, how are you doing? Welcome. People really will play games with you. Yes, happy Friday, everyone. People will literally play games with you. They'll play games with your mind. Hi, Tree Train Top. How are you doing? Yes, you have to put yourself first. And of course, everything that I talk about is with balance. I don't mean that you're completely selfish and don't think about other people. I don't mean to be rude and to not work on your goals and things like that. But I mean, I'm the type of person that I am a very giving person, very kind, and would do things for anybody if somebody needed help. I'm just that type of person. I'll give you the shoes off my feet, you know, purse, money, whatever. It's just material things. I don't care about that stuff. But at the end of the day, I had to learn to stop putting myself last. And I think that's something that, as a woman, I had to learn that role, that it was okay to, you know, do things for myself and have goals and plans and not have to tell anybody about it. You don't got to tell nobody about it. Hey, Realist, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Friday. How was your week? You know, you don't have to tell nobody about your plans and your goals of your life. You don't. And you have to stop apologizing for having value. Don't apologize because you have standards. Don't apologize because you have boundaries. And I found that the more that I have boundaries, the more that I'm loving myself and using my gifts. Okay, do you guys use your gifts? The more that I use my gifts, the more that I love myself. The more I keep myself focused on what I want to do, I find that the haters, the fake people, they drop off. Hey, wellness, how are you doing? The fake people will always drop off. You know what I mean? Fake people will always drop off. I think that's a message. Fake people will always drop off, and the real people will stick around. And then you have to find out if the people who are sticking around, are they just sticking around just to stick around, or are they going to bring some value to your life? Are they going to help you and encourage you, or are they just sticking around to use you? I think that's the part of adulting that every single woman and every single man has to come to that space of finding out, like, are you here to help me, or are you here to hurt me? Are you here to use me, or are you here to elevate my mind and help me to grow? Because we don't have to have everybody in our life to be the same, but somebody has to bring value to your life, you know, teach you something, learn something, push you to go for your goals, help you to work on your confidence, all of those things. So that's one thing that I always say. Hey Edward, how are you doing? Realist says, also sometimes vice versa. We might need to drop off from the ones that are fake. Yes, it always goes on both sides, right? It goes on both sides. You know, everything that I say, I apply it to both genders. I apply it to what I say for women. It's the same thing I say for men. I don't do say things because I'm a woman and, you know, it's hypocritical. I believe in one standard. You know, if something is right, it's right for both, or it's not right at all. I don't believe in that double talk stuff. Yes. Hey, Real Odds and Evens, how are you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome. You know, I'm not here for the lies and the bull. You know, the things that you did when you were younger, the things that you did when you didn't know your value and your worth. It's a lot of stuff that we do when we're young. It's a lot of things that we do when we didn't know our value and our worth. But today, we're different, right, Gems? Today, you're different. I know I am. And I'm grateful to be in that space and to have that position in my life that you're not going to play in my face. You're not going to waste my time. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. We're not wasting any time. We're not wasting our energy. We're not wasting our resources. We're just not. Okay? And you also, like Realist was saying, you have to drop off the people who are the fake, the user, the hater, the people who are just draining. And there's so much people that are draining, and you have to recognize those draining people, those draining sources. Leave them alone. Stop taking back people who you should have been cut off. Don't. Just don't. You know what I mean? Stop taking people back and stop allowing for people to be in your life that they don't deserve to have that position. Some people do not deserve to have that position in your life of knowing your business, of having your trust, having your heart. You know, you have to recognize that just because people are saying they love you, it doesn't mean they care about you. They're only there for their own agendas and motives. And how do you find that out? Start asking people for help. Start asking people for support, and then you'll find out who are the real ones. If it's always, oh, I'm busy, and it's this excuse, it's that excuse. I understand. When people do have to work, people do have a life. But if somebody can't ever give to you 15 seconds to say, how are you doing? How long does that take to send that text? How are you doing? I was thinking about you. It can't just be you doing the how are you doing. We need to receive how are we doing as well, because I've said it over and over again, and I will continue to say it over and over again. Check on your strong people, especially if you're the strong person. If you're the strong person, make sure you have people that check on you and don't just be the person to give. And it took me a while to humble myself to say, I need help. I deserve support. I deserve accolades and appreciation. You do. You deserve for people to say thank you for what you do. And if somebody can't open up their mouth and say thank you, stop doing those things for them. Don't waste your time. Don't play yourself. That's a real thing. And that's why I say you got to open up your mouth and know how you feel and pay attention to the energy. For me, the reason why I can be as strong as I am is not all me. I am strong because I can recognize you playing in my face. You recognize somebody with bad motives, bad intentions, the way they treat you, the way they talk to you, very disrespectful or controlling and manipulative. When you recognize that, you be like, no, I'm good over here. You just pull back from those people. Pull away from the toxicity. This is 2025. It's time for us to stop sugarcoating things, seeing life with rose-colored glasses. Rose-colored glasses are there for a reason, okay? But it's like when you're young, okay, you do things when you're young because you just don't know better. But also, at the same time, when are you going to stop hurting yourself? When are you going to stop allowing people to run over you and disrespect you? When? Hey, Butter Roll, how are you doing? Welcome. Yes. Realist says literally about 1.5 seconds to say, how are you doing to somebody? Yes, literally. Like, you could even do the whatever, what is it called? The acronyms, you know, uh, HYD. You don't even have to spell out the whole word. HYD. That didn't even take 3 seconds to type HYD and send text. That it doesn't take anything to be kind. And that's what I talk about all the time. You have to do more than just say you love yourself. You need to prove it, not just to others, but to yourself. And that's why I move the way that I move. And that's why, Marlene, I'm a person that I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of people that I call my family because I don't care about titles. I don't care about how long I know people. What I care about is how people treat me. How do people show up for me? And what do I learn from people? And I'm not saying that like we have to have the same interests and goals, but I love that I have friends that are doing their thing, but whatever they do and their talents. And when I see people pushing themselves outside of the norm, like people going to school and getting their education, starting a business, saving, paying off debt, like real life things, seeing people try to do things and also seeing people like stand up for themselves. And this is not just for young people, this is even for older people, because I grew up in that toxic way of thinking that you have to do things for people because they're your family, and you have to do, and you have to, and you have to. And when you're in a relationship, you have to do this for boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, siblings, this person and that. You have to do it for them. And we enable people because of our behavior. We enable people because of what we allow. And we have to stop allowing it. All valid points from everyone. Yes. I'm doing great, Butterroll. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. Woohoo! We made it to the weekend. Yes. Yes, realist. I'm past sugarcoating for folks. Hey, Delvin. How are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Um, right, right. Real Odds and Even says facts, Marlene. Yes, remove the title and it becomes easier to see who the person really is just because they are family, friends, brother, and sister. That's what I'm talking about, and I'm not just talking about to the younger people, but that's a real thing, because I like to inform people, elevate your mind, and empower you, that don't go by a title because somebody's your mama or your sibling or a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, just because they're a person that you know of or a person who claims to love you. It doesn't mean that they do. What are they actively doing to prove it? The proof is in the pudding, the proof is in the actions. Yes, greetings, everyone, says Wellness, and happy Friday. Shout out to you, Wellness. I hope you're doing great. Yes, welcome in, everyone. Thumbs up the live, support the channel, please, and thank you. I say either way, thumbs up, thumbs down. You dig? I don't care. I just say choose one so I can know, do you guys like the topics or not? You can thumbs it up. You can thumbs it down. It's cool. Rilla says 100%. Rilla says that title don't mean a dang thing. It doesn't. I always say, who cares? Like, people put so much emphasis on, I'm married, I'm in a relationship, I have siblings, I have this, or I live in this big home. People put emphasis on the wrong things. Yeah, you could be married. Yeah, you can be in a romantic relationship, but are you happy in that romantic relationship? Hey, Stephanie, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Happy Friday. That is something that I think is so very important, is being real. Being real with yourself, and like, not being fake. I know I grew up being fake. Oh, checking on people who don't check on me. I'm good. I've been listening to you. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great day. You have to check on people who check on you. And some people may think that's mean and whatever, but I no longer waste my time. If you can't spend 5 seconds to say, how are you doing? I was thinking about you. Let's hang out. Why should I spend time, energy, and money doing the same thing for you? I believe in um, getting back. What does realists always say? Um, I can't say that word because I get tongue tied. Reciprocating. Oh, I did say it. I believe in that. I believe in that fully, because it wasn't until I felt like so drained, so exhausted, frustrated, and it was because I was not getting back what I put out there. And not saying a tit for tat because I do this specific thing for you, that I expect you to give me the same thing, but I just mean effort. Effort matters. Realist says, yep. I get tongue tied with that word. um I believe in speaking up for yourself and not being a fool, because I know for sure that's what I did my whole life growing up, and I had to learn to stop faking it, and we fake things. Let's be real, gems. Let's be real, everybody. We fake things for people. We know we don't care for these people. We know they don't care for us. We know they don't support us. They would never do anything for us. So why are you buying them gifts and going to their things and being fake? Talking about you love people and you can't stand them. See, I had to really look inside of myself and really think about, be intentional, like about the words that I use. If I tell somebody I love them, it's because I'm putting in the work to prove my love. Say, I don't just say I love you to people just like that. For me, I'm a person that I take time, I wait, I'm patient, I see like how I am with that person, how I feel, how is their energy. It takes time for me to open up my mouth and say those three words, because I'm the person that when I say those three words, it means something. It's not just saying it, just talking to talk, just saying it maybe because they say it. No, when I say I love you, it's because I mean it. It's real. I don't do the fake stuff. And I had to learn that when it applies to friendships and relatives and other people, don't say things if you don't mean it. Don't show up for people if you don't want to show up. Don't support people if you don't support them. If you don't like the way they treat you, why do you keep going around them and hanging out just because you feel like you should? Just because people say they love you? No. That we have to do better, right, everybody? Yes, effort matters, Stephanie. It does. And I had to learn too that my time is valuable. I'm valuable. I'm important. I have high value. And the same thing for all of you gems too. Apply that to yourself. You have high value. You are important. You matter. And because you know that about yourself, you have to act differently. You have to treat yourself differently. You have to, like, if you don't like something, have enough courage to say, you know what? I care for you and everything, but this, and this irritates me. Can you stop that? Have you been real enough to check people, or are you keeping it fake? Let's remove the fake and replace that with the real and the honesty. Sometimes people don't like it because people aren't willing to grow. Just because you're in a season of growth and personal development, it doesn't mean they're in the season of growth and development. But I can't have fake around me. And I'm not going to fake it either. If I don't like you, I'm not going to be going around, hey, how are you doing? I'm just going to walk past you. You know, I'm being honest. I'm going to give you the real Marlene, how I am in real life. If I don't like your energy and what you do, I'm not going to be in your face smiling. And even if you say, oh, hey, I'm just going to be like, hi. What else is there to say past hi if I don't like your vibe, how you treat others, how you treat yourself? I'm not gonna be fake. I don't know how to be that person. The person that I am right here on this live is the same person that I would be if I met you in person. Don't do anything fake. And people will be faking stuff, and I'm not trying to come for nobody. I'm not making fun of anybody, but people will be fake, when it comes to holidays. People will be fake when it comes to all of these people. Oh, I got to buy you a gift. I have to, right? To make it look good. Hey, Miss Lynn, how are you doing? Hey, Denise, how are you? Welcome. How's everybody doing? And I feel like it's crazy. It's a crazy thing. That's weird, you know? And once I learned to start showing up as authentic, I started getting authentic too. If you don't know how to be real and honest with yourself, who else is going to be honest with you? And I stopped with the fakeness. Like, call people out, tell people, you only call me when you want something, or what's going on? Check people. Check people. That's all I'm saying. Yes, true talk, Delvin. Love is too real to fake it. I don't believe in that. I don't just say it out of my mouth. I love you if I really don't mean it. And we have to stop saying we love people when we want them to do something. Hey, those fake things that people do, and I've caught myself in that too. Hey, how are you doing? Being so nice and sweet, like the setup before you want something, instead of just getting to it. Hey, can you do X, Y, and Z for me? You don't have to be like, hey, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? Are you good? And no, get right to it. Hey, I was wondering if you could do X, Y, and Z. If you can, cool. If you can't, I can dig it. And then thanks, yes or no. Either way, it's cool. You know, for me, that's the real authentic Marlene. I had to work on being a real woman, and not with the fake stuff, and not with saying things that you really don't mean. You know when you like somebody and when you don't like somebody. And it's the same thing on social media. There's certain people I can't vibe with them, and it's nothing personal. I'm just a real person, and I can recognize when I don't vibe with somebody. People will take it personally, but some people, I can see through the smoking mirrors. I see through the rose-colored glasses that people aren't who they claim to be. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. I think once you finally come into your own, and you know your power and your worth, once you know your power and your worth, you don't have time for the mess. You know, I tell my relatives, don't come over here with that mess. I don't want to hear about no messiness. I don't want to hear about no gossip and talking about people. If it's not positive, I don't want to hear it. I only want to hear about something encouraging, something you learn, something you're growing into. I don't want to hear about that darkness. I only want light over here, positivity, empowerment, something you learn, something you're growing into, something positive. How about that? How about sharing that? And when you shift your mindset and shift your focus, people going to drop off, because I'm not with the fake anymore. No, I'm not going to be talking about nobody, because everybody has their own problems. And it's easy for us to look at another person and say this, and this about a person. But if I can't lift somebody up, if I can't upbuild that person, if I can't support that person, what right do I have to open up my mouth and tell them how to live their life? You don't know what that person is going through. It's easy for us as humans to look at somebody and judge them. Like, for real? Hey, Quality Queen, how are you doing? Welcome. I hope you're doing great. Happy Friday. Yes, hit the like button. Yes, we are live, Lara. How are you doing? What did you guys have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? You know, I know everybody lives in different time zones. For me, it's 1:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's almost time for me to have some lunch. Hi, Shinobi. How are you doing? Welcome. Realist says, I don't even attempt to fight it anymore when I'm trying to interact with someone, and I know the genuine vibe is missing. What is like, realist, cut it. Yeah, I don't do it. I don't do it. Yes, great day. Yes. Yes, definitely. Most definitely. Welcome in, Quality Queen. I hope you're doing great. And everybody in the chats. Delvin says coffee and bread. Awesome. So you're just having your breakfast? I'm okay. How are you? I'm doing great. Absolutely awesome. Every day is a blessing. That's how I look at it. At least I'm above ground. I'm grateful to be above ground. I'm grateful for everything that I have the gift of sight, that, you know, I can take care of myself. I got a few dollars in my bank account, you know, not rich, but I'm good. I'm okay. Hi, Kenneth. How are you doing? Welcome. Shinobi says, I skip breakfast and have something to eat around 10. Yes, you can feel people's energy. Quality Queen says, I'm going to have a sandwich for today. Ooh, what kind of sandwich? Let me know, because girl is hungry. I'm about to get into some lunch. I don't know if I'm going to make something or order out, because Friday is my day. is my cheat day, I should say. I don't cheat too much, but it's my cheat day if I want some pizza or fried chicken or something that's unhealthy. The rest of the week, I stay with my salad, my soup, and yeah, my water. But Fridays is my day to have fun. Usually I do Sunday, but today I'm gonna do Friday. Let's see. I try to fast a little bit. Oh, that's good. Do you do intermittent fasting, Shinobi? And Anthony says, hello, Marlene. I'm just checking in for a moment and a thumbs up while I'm working. Awesome, Anthony. How's your work day going? I hope they're not working you too hard. Yes. Yes. Yes, ma'am. You do. Oh, yeah, you do intermittent fasting. I did that for a little bit. I tried it, and I put that post on my community tab today about, getting healthy. And I think getting healthy is more than just what you're eating. For me, my pounds started to drop off when I cut ties with toxicity. I feel like I had gained weight because of the aggravation and trying to control what I can't control. And eating the pain. I think eating your pain is a real thing, and people don't talk about it when you're upset and you eat to comfort yourself instead of having a conversation, instead of cutting people off and blocking them. We eat our pain. You go and comfort yourself with ice cream and fried food and chocolate and chips and cookies and this and that, instead of getting out your notebook, which that's what I've been doing recently, and that's how my pounds have come off. Instead of going to the fridge or ordering or buying some ice cream or cookies or fried food, I will take out my pen and write down, this person is pissing me off. I don't like it. I don't like how I'm being treated. I don't deserve this. So instead of taking it out with the spoon or the fork, I get my feelings out. And I think that's a very important thing. It's going well, raining off and on. Okay. Stay out of the rain, Anthony. Don't want you to get sick. It's probably the best thing I could have ever done. Awesome. Awesome. So true. Delvin says, write down your goals, what you're going through. Yes. And I talk about this so often, how important it is to have journals about so much things. I have a food diary. I have a mental health journal, and they're all different. Like every time I eat something, I write it down. What did I eat? And then write down the emotion behind it. Sometimes you can look at what you eat and at what time. Do you eat because you're frustrated at work? Are you eating this because you're mad with a husband or wife, boyfriend, girlfriend? Are you frustrated about something, or how your sibling treated you, or because of whatever reason? It's a lot of reasons, and I share things transparently because I never want to go back to that unhealthy weight. I was almost to 200 pounds. I was almost to 200 pounds. And once I cut off the toxicity, once I started working on me again and stopped focusing on what I can't change and focusing on what I can, and remove toxic people from my life and stand up for myself and journal, and even small steps. When I first started my journey of loving myself, all I could do, there's no way I could have went to the gym for no hour. I want to share that with somebody that, maybe you're not at the weight that you want to get to. I don't make fun of nobody. This is a judgment-free zone, a very supportive zone. When I first started off, there is no way I could have been able to walk for no hour because I was out of breath, when you're very unhealthy. But it's the most important thing is just to start. I turned on my, this is my golden shower tree, Quality Queen. Let me move out the way for a second. You guys see the blooms on there? That's outside my house. It's the golden shower tree, the Cassia Fistula tree. It's blooming. It only lasts for like 2 to 3 weeks in Florida. Um, that's a good idea. I may start doing that. Good. I report back. Let me know how it goes if it helps you. I usually tell people when I'm doing life coaching, that's the first thing I tell people. Go to the whatever store, the discount store that you like, and get yourself 3 or 4 journals and then label them. One could be food journal. Another one could be mental health. Another one is goals. And another one I have is my faith journal. So I keep myself four journals, and I bounce through those 4 journals throughout my week, because sometimes I need to journal something spiritual. Sometimes I'm upset about something and it's for my mental health. Sometimes it's I'm about to eat something that I know I don't need to, but it's not really that I'm hungry, but I'm frustrated about something. I'm sad, I'm lonely, whatever. I got something going on. Someone just ticked me off. And I write that in there. I'm ticked off because of yada, yada, yada. And then I stop myself from going and buying a 6 pack of Reese's. Like I love those peanut butter Reese's. It has me in a chokehold. But I don't do that like I used to. Just write down your goals and what you're going through. I probably won't eat again until like 6 or 7. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, I like your energy. It's very positive and honest. Real, recognize real. Thank you, Shinobi. I appreciate it. I love your background. Thank you. Shinobi says, new subscription. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Gems family. I appreciate you. You like my lips? Thank you. Appreciate it. I got it from my mama. Oh, Stephanie, you don't have to hide him. It's okay. Hide that. Um, Shinobi says, I completely understand. Very nice, beautiful. Oh no, it's frozen. It's back. So, guys, I honestly just wanted to come on and tap in for a little bit, see how you guys were doing. Oh, it's no problem, Stephanie. I welcome everybody as long as somebody is not derogatory, it's not profanity. It's okay. It's okay. As long as I don't do profanity, because I'm at a different space in my life. As long as people aren't in here cussing or being explicit or being rude or being disrespectful to others in the chat, let it stay in the chat. You don't have to be sorry. It's cool. It's cool. Marlene is not on that sort of vibe. you know, I let people express themselves as long as it's with respect. So I want to ask you guys, what are you doing? And if you guys are doing anything fun for the weekend, I have to work tonight. I'm going to the plantation. I'm going to the plantation. I have to be at work at 9 o'clock. I do the overnight shift, and so that I can be able to deal with that, I have to what you call it? I have to get myself something fun. I'm gonna do myself something fun for myself, and go to the beach. So I may be live for a sunrise. What is it? Sunset. So keep your notification bell on. Maybe it may be just for like 1 or 2 minutes, but that's how I cope with my life. I do things to pour into myself. Thank you, Delvin. Did everybody go to work today? Are you off? Are you retired? What is going on in your life? Like I've said before, I've said it maybe on long marathons. I am working on getting myself to a space that I leave the 9 to 5, I leave the plantation, and I will be 100% entrepreneur in 3 years. I have some things that I'm working on, and I'm going to start sharing that. I'm going to start sharing that in the upcoming vlogs and on live streams and things like that if you guys want to see that content. But I have the goal of 3 years to shift my life because I'm working with my mentor, accountability partner, and my coach, how I can shift my life. And I want to encourage everyone to be your happiest. And I'm not telling nobody, I'm not saying don't work. You're not going to hear that from Marlene. But at the same time, is what you're doing making you happy? Like, you got to really think about those things. Am I doing something to make myself happy, or am I doing something to elevate other people's goals and dreams? And that's how I look at it. I'm like, I understand, it's a means to an end, and you got bills and stuff. But while I do my work, I have my hustles on the side. Like, I have my YouTube, I have my coaching business, I am a mobile esthetician, and I'm also a nursing assistant. I have various streams of income, and when I put them all together, I bundle it, and I got it in different things so that I am able to save to be able to start my dreams full time. And I'm telling you, it's the scariest thing in this entire world to not have you're not gonna have a, what is it called, a safety net anymore, because working for people, for me, is a safety net. And I'm going to remove the safety net because it's been told to me, and I know it, that it's time for me to fund my dreams. It's time for me to make my dreams my reality. Instead of wishing about having a specific life, I'm going to have the courage to go and live it. And I'm telling you, I'm scared. I'm scared for, what is it, 2028? Yeah, December 2028 is when I'm cutting the rope, cutting the umbilical cord, and I'm just going for it. Because if we keep talking about what we're going to do and we don't do it, I'm setting things up, getting myself acclimated to be a motivational speaker, um, a writer, and and uh, and a content creator. Those are going to be my three streams of income: writing, um, coaching, motivational speaking, and content creator. So I'm going to bounce between those three things after the next 3 years. So it's my journey. I'm not telling anybody else what to do, but I'm just going to encourage you all to be happy. And whatever that looks like for you, is your happiness mean you need to lose weight or gain weight? Is your happiness taking better care of your skin? Maybe you need to work on, maybe, your teeth. Because I got a lot of things on my list that I need to do so that I can be my happiest for me. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm talking about my personal growth and development. And for me, I know that I need to take some weight off. I know I need to get myself some glasses. I need to get my teeth game up a little bit higher. I need to do some things that I need to do for my other business that I do for real estate. So I got some work to do. So it's not just Marlene up here on YouTube just saying things out of my mouth. I am doing things to show you guys, and I'm going to be showing you guys the journey of what I'm doing. multiple streams of income, saving money, lowering your debt to income ratio, investing. You know, you got to have some things that makes you money while you sleep. I think it's Warren Buffett that's who says that. Say, if you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work for the rest of your life. And when I read that, and I read it over and over again, it really had an impact on me, because you will work until you die at a job. I'm just dropping the nuggets, gems. I'm just the messenger. I'm not telling y'all what to do. Everybody is free as an adult to do what they want. But I'm just saying, I said, I'm tired of funding other people's dreams and making other people rich when I may not be rich at what I do in the future. But my riches will be if I want to sleep in the whole day, if I want to like take a 2 to 3 month vacation, I don't have to put in nothing. I don't have to like, oh, where are you going? Why are you going? When are you getting back? I'll do what I want because it's my life. And I've set things up for me to have that kind of life. For me, that's my riches. My riches is not money. It'd be a nice benefit if I had some money, but my benefit is health, um, having good memories, and getting out and enjoying life on my terms, using my talents and my gifts. For me, even if I only get 3 to 5 years of that, I would be so fulfilled that I had the courage to live my life out loud, like not scared. Not scared. Not what other people say, because I've said that to somebody else and they're like, oh, you're going to fall flat on your face and that will never work. And you'll be like, okay, have a great day. See, and that's why you don't tell other people of your goals and your dreams. You just go for it and you do it. As long as you're convinced about something, as long as you know what you want to do, that's the most important thing. Delvin says, I'm at work right now. I hope you're having a good day, Delvin. Yes, right, Stephanie. Thanks. I appreciate it. And I share my story, what I'm going through, what I'm dealing with, because I want to inspire somebody else. Like, it may not be exactly what I want to do about, shifting from employee to entrepreneur, but maybe me losing weight will inspire somebody. Maybe lowering my debts will encourage somebody. But that's one of the things that I always encourage myself, and I encourage other people, for you to live your best life, you to be your happiest, you to go for your goals and to not give up. Don't listen to other people. Okay, guys, I'm about to get out of here. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your evening.